Sonic Frontiers' first DLC update, Sight, Sounds, and Speed, has officially released, and it is bigger and better than I think anyone could have anticipated. I've put 20 hours into it over the past 4 days, and I have a lot to talk about, so let's jump into it. Firstly, to start, we got a nice series of quality of life changes to the game. The Starfall Shower and the Power Boost animation are now toggleable, so if they get in your way, you can turn them off, which is nice. There's now an input command to instantly restart Cyberspace levels, great addition for speedrunners. And you no longer have to level up the Elder Coco one level at a time. There now is an all-in everything option. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But apparently there's also other quality of life changes that weren't mentioned. They fixed the lightspeed dash. You no longer stop after using it. You carry your momentum through. There's more to this update than meets the eye, which is great. To start with, I'll go over the thing that I didn't spend as much time in, and that's photo mode. People have been really digging it so far. It's a great feature that the community wanted, and it's going to be great to get your social media posts on, and for content creators and mod makers to get that perfect frame for their thumbnails. One of the cuter additions, we now have skins apparently for the Coco, and you can turn them into little Easter eggs now, which is adorable. Hopefully we can get one in the future that turns them into Chow. I think that would be pretty great. The Jukebox in this update has way more to it than I initially anticipated. Initially, I looked at this and thought, okay, it'll be cool to have a nice playlist of songs that you can play in the open world, but I was not expecting them to make it an interactable activity that you can collect across all islands. You get 8 tracks per island that you can run around and collect, and they picked some really fantastic songs across the board. I'm a simple man, you put Crush 40 in my Sonic game and I'm happy, but they picked really interesting songs that were thematic ties to whatever island you're on. On Ares, for example, you might find some classic desert tracks, or volcano and mountain tracks on Chaos. This is something that I hope they add more to in the future, not just in updates. I would love if we get more batches of songs, but I think this should just be a fundamental mechanic going forward in these games. Imagine the sequel to Frontiers having 100 songs that are scattered throughout the various open zones of that game and getting to explore and discover what tracks they put in there. This is also a great change for the people who may not have enjoyed the more atmospheric tracks in the open world. Now they get more upbeat stuff that is more in tune with what they love about Sonic music. The Jukebox is absolutely fantastic, and I love the way they chose to implement it. Then we move on to the Cyberspace challenge, where all of the Cyberspace levels are divided by island, and you go through gauntlets of being able to complete each island and then all of them back to back with the best time. It was nice to go back through all the Cyberspace stages again, with the exception of 3-5, but besides that I had a really good time. And I love the completion bonus you get for an S rank on the All Island Challenge, Power Boost in Cyberspace. That charged mode you get when you have max rings in the overworld is available to you in Cyberspace once you get an S rank on the All Islands mode. And it makes Cyberspace feel significantly better. 3D stages feel like they're now at the pace that they should be. I still think there's some changes and tweaks that can be made to 2D. The speed still feels kind of moderate there, but this is a solid improvement in the right direction for Cyberspace, and as we'll get into the extreme mode, for the curveballs that they decide to throw at you there. Now for my favorite part of this DLC, Battle Rush. It feels like they reached inside my head and pulled the exact game mode that I dreamed of for this game. This is the Bloody Palace mode I wanted for Frontiers. You go against waves of enemies and guardians for each island, and then like the Cyberspace challenge, an all islands mode that has you go through everything in the game, and each island ends with its respective Titan boss battle. It's so much fun. I spent 3 hours on the first day just playing the hell out of Battle Rush. Even after I had gotten S ranks on everything, I just loved playing them over and over and over. I've been a big fan of the combat in Sonic Frontiers, and I love now that there's an easy way to just jump in and have a great time. And now a simple way for people to also experience the Titan battles without having to completely start a new save file, which is awesome. Like Cyberspace Challenge, you also get a completion bonus for the S rank All Islands, and for Battle Rush's completion, you get Extreme Mode, a new difficulty for the main campaign of Sonic Frontiers. It is a one-hit mode, you are not allowed to upgrade Sonic, the cost of items at Big's Fishing Shop are higher, and here's the kicker. For those of you who wanted Cyberspace times to be a little bit more challenging like 1-2, they made all the times on Cyberspace levels in Extreme Mode more challenging. They even added a little asterisk if the game detects that you're using the Magnet Dash. Nice little wink and nod of Sonic Team going, it's like, hey, we know what you're doing there. This has been such a good reward. I've been playing through Extreme Mode over the past few days. I just finished getting through Night and Chaos Island, and I've been having a blast adjusting to the new challenge, re-experiencing the story that I love, getting to run around the islands again with the new Jukebox feature and really getting to appreciate things. Overall, I think this update has been fantastic. I have little nitpicks here and there, but I think they're just drops in the pond in comparison that everything that was added to the game in this expansion makes the game better and more fun. It's also just crazy to wrap my head around how far we've come. It's crazy to think that in Sonic Forces, people were in an uproar because they were going to make Super Sonic a paid microtransaction, and it wasn't until Backlash that that got fixed. And then we're here and getting this free update with a ton of quality of life changes, modes that people wanted, and difficulty that many have been asking for a long time in a Sonic game. And then we get into the data mine stuff and what Moyo Kishimoto was saying about Update 2, and I will definitely be talking about that soon because there is a lot to be excited about for Sonic Frontiers. But all in all, I think Sight, Sounds, and Speed is a fantastic update for Sonic Frontiers, and it is a great reason to jump back in. If you haven't played the game in a while, I think it's a great excuse to, and especially if you have a friend who maybe is on the fence and was waiting for a price drop or waiting for more content to be added to the game, this is the perfect time because the game is on sale right now. There's also a bunch of other Sonic games on sale on different sites. They have a bit of a deal going on right now, so this is a great time to jump into Sonic Frontiers. But let me know what you think down below. What was your favorite part of DLC Update 1, and what are you looking most forward to in the future of Sonic Frontiers? Thanks for watching. Have a blessed one.